Well, it's day 2 of the Baylor Classic from Waco, Texas, and the Farrell Center, home of the 20th ranked Baylor Bears, taking on the St. Mary's Gaels, all the way from Moraga, California, representing the West Coast Conference. They've already played today, have the Gaels, and they're trying to split their Friday here in Waco. The Bears trying to defend their home floor here today. Welcome courtside, Josh Worden alongside former Big 12 standout Hannah Sedgwick. Quite a dramatic match last night. Baylor in their first home match of the year, a dramatic come from behind 5-set victory over Northwestern.
Absolutely. Baylor had to work for every point last night.
And Baylor has really caught fire here midway through this first set with 2 timeouts along the way. That has not slowed down the Bears. Now went into the net, and Baylor now on a 12-0 run.
Baylor.
I'd like to see St. Mary's continue to take high, hard swings, but also be strategic about where they're placing the ball, and then minimizing their errors down the stretch here.
Set up Klein on the left side, and finally they do snap the streak. And no surprise that it's one of their top swingers, Clarissa Klein, who had 9 kills earlier today against Northwestern. And when they really needed to stop the bleeding, Clarissa Klein gets one off the touch.
Klein taking advantage of Baylor's tall block and hitting off the top of fingers. That's how they're going to find success tonight.
Abby Castellon serves for St. Mary's. That one blocked back by the Gaels. Klein alongside Kaliko Kealoha. Go to Rachmanchek, who's been efficient so far, but she is denied. Bimbe off the touch. Klein from the left side, too high. Unless it was touched, it was not.
You can see Klein going for those high hands quite a bit. That time she just missed, but love what she's going for.
Now serving for Baylor, Tehani Ulufatu.
Well, first time tonight that we have mentioned Tehani Ulufatu, defensive specialist, the San Francisco native. Just a little too long from Ulufatu. Just her second service error on the season. She had 7 service aces. She's been effective, although that one will mar her totals just a little bit. But Baylor still in control, 20-8 the lead over St. Mary's.
Now serving for St. Mary's,
Maddie Zorn to serve. We mentioned the boomer bust serving for St. Mary's in their opening weekend over a 3-game stretch. St. Mary's had 31 aces in 3 matches. Really impressive numbers. Now, they had 54 service errors, so there was a lot of pros, there was a lot of cons in that one specific category for St. Mary's as Baylor gets a block in the middle. Gabby Essex with the touch. But that's a wild number to see that many points in on the serve. For better or for worse, that's a big part of what St. Mary's does.
Absolutely, which, yeah, there's totally advantages to that. You want to serve aggressive, then you're getting the other team out of system. They can't run their offense, but that comes with some risk. You know, you're serving balls barely out of bounds probably, or potentially just into the net. It happens.
Good strike from the left pin for St. Mary's. That was what Tyler Hildebrand, their head coach, said he liked the most out of their opening weekend, despite the high number of errors, was the aces, and like you said, putting pressure on the opponent. If you can get them out of system, that's worth almost as much as an ace in of itself.
Absolutely.
Let's see what Clarissa Klein can do serving for St. Mary's. And it is a tough one to receive. Good job by Ulufatu. And Baylor able to get back in system and get a good swing.
We saw Brielle Warren heating up last night on the outside pin, and here she is again tonight getting this quick outside kill. Props to Baylor for shutting Klein's top spin serve down. Sometimes top spin servers can get on a roll there. So good job, Baylor, getting her off the service line.
Brielle Warren with her first kill of this opening set. And Baylor pick up another point here, 2 points away from winning the first set. How about Brielle Warren? 6 kills in the 4th set alone last night. If it wasn't for her, I'm not sure if Baylor wins last night.
Absolutely. Like I said, they were really switching in their outsides, trying to find something that was going to work. And Brielle came in and, just took some big time swings at the opportune times that it was so needed. It really gave Baylor their spark back.
Genevieve Bain looked really strong there. Her second kill. They haven't set her a lot. That's just her 5th attack of this first set, but she shows why she's one of the top players in the West Coast Conference. First team All-League last year. And honorable mention the year before that. Genevieve Bain gets her second kill. This one too high from Baylor, but it looks like it was touched, so the Bears get to set point.
Set point. Serving for Baylor. MJ
After the Bears winning last night, getting 2 sets in a row, they're trying to start out today in strong fashion. They could win the first set by 15 points here. MJ McCurdy serves, and a pretty good serve, and an ace to close out the first set. What a strong opening statement from the Baylor Bears. 25-10 in the first set.
Love to see them come out with some fire tonight. They know what they're capable of. They have a number next to their name to defend. They showed that they want to do that. They did it.
Very well-balanced effort so far for the Bears. There are 7 different players with a kill. Second set coming up after this. Nice swing from Genevieve Bain to get a point. And St. Mary's on the board here in the second set. I mentioned Joshua Walker a moment ago, one of the assistants for the Baylor Bears, associate head coach, one of the several coaching members who have California connections as they face a team from California. Spent a couple summers coaching with the Southern California Volleyball Association, coached with USA Volleyball, both men's and women's. They've got a fun connection. He knows Tyler Hildebrand pretty well, the head coach for St. Mary's. Hildebrand mentioned before this match, and we were chatting about it with Joshua Walker, St. Mary's, there's Coach Hildebrand, they have a drill that the Gaels run that they name for Joshua Walker. The Walker drill. It's a setter connection drill, trying to get in rhythm with their hitters. And he learned it from Joshua Walker when they were coaching together with USA Volleyball. And Joshua Walker was showing the players this drill to get setters in connection with their hitters. And Tyler Hildebrand said, I love that. I'm stealing it. And now St. Mary's uses that very regularly.
That's awesome. It's always fun how coaches name their drills, and that is a pretty high honor.